trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoff. Welcome to College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Aggies' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And here he comes out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the back. Powers through the defender. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Lost the fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Porter. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Quick step and go. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Reed. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. The Aggies moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They want to throw it. Under fire. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz.
Sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that part.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Looking for a man, it's Reed. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. A spectacular one-hand grab. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
I'll tell you what, these gloves nowadays are amazing. You see this more and more. Who needs 2 hands? You just go up with one hand, pluck it, bring it down for the catch.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Right down the middle. All by himself. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. He wants to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Reed. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Aggies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was a lightning fast drive that ends with
few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hawkins. He's not going to make it. The defense stops the two-point try, and this is still a 5-point game. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They go to the ground. Hard running there. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He's got him wide open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Taken down at the 49. And first down for the offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
One of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man. And he's dragged down.
It's a bang-bang play, running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's going for it all. He makes a grab. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, the quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. His guy
Back's going for the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Boy, that last touch touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
This time he's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Going for the marker on the ground. Breaks the tackle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Texas A&M going up tempo. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
It's a big stride inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Release to the back. And this will be caught as they convert the 2. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off play action on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Tosses it incomplete.
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Got the first down and more. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Reed. Moving out of the pocket. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Taylor. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Motion from the back. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Working that left side. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Gets the back moving. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Texas A&M going quickly. Power football with the run. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Touchdown, Aggies! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Trying to power it in. And he's knocked down.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush and a better job forcing a turnover.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback will keep it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes. This is a gamble. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. The defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? The give to the back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone, the field tricks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. War Eagle. Auburn is putting on a show offensively. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up by 31 over the Groupers. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to...
He smashes his way through again. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Finds his man. It's Graham. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Well, the kicking team obviously missed the fair catch signal. The officials did not. Handoff to the lone back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They feed him again. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. This is a design run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Oh, trickeration, he wants to throw. Here's a heat. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Makes the catch. It's Porter. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Graham. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. first down here for the offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know what, this area of the field, it's really hard to...
Breaks into the open. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. He now has 106 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. The Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To give as they work on that clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Second down, and the defense has no choice but to sell out to stop the run. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Reed. Pulls it in. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Tar Heels will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Grove. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well,